Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is December 15th, Vlogmas number 15. I don't know why I had to look like I don't know it's December 15th because it's our 9,099th anniversary today and we are celebrating it by staying at home. We did figure out how to do contactless pickup on groceries. So that was our big adventure. Instead of going somewhere really cool, we did figure out how to pick up groceries at Kroger, order and pick up groceries at Kroger without having contact with anyone. And then we drove through and did contactless ordering and pick up at Chick-fil-A. And now we're home. So I thought I was gonna make a cheater minestrone for dinner. So I thought I was making cheater minestrone and maybe overnight oats, just depending on how it goes and my rambling carries on and all. We will talk while I do that. This is something I make in the winter because it's really cold here today. You can see I have my beanie on. I'm freezing. Oh, and I have on my ugly sweater, one of my ugly sweatshirt sweaters for y'all. I forgot that I was going to start wearing some of them and try to get them kind of going for y'all to see some of those because I do have a fairly decent collection of really old sweaters and sweatshirts and things like that. So I chopped up an onion because we like us some onion in this house. If Bebe is coming over, I don't put as much onion in. Like I said, we have, James has his hopefully second negative COVID test. Oh, can y'all see me at all? For tomorrow, and his appointment with the cardiologist. And then we just heard from Bebe, she wasn't feeling good. And remember, she's what, 5.5 months pregnant and wasn't feeling good. And thought she had a sinus infection, but she did a rapid test and just tested positive. So please pray for Bebe. We got all the cooties going around here. Her and Baby Catch are, ooh, I'm about to start crying. This onion is powerful. And I breathe it in through my mouth and it's still killing me, man. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Good gravy. Man, y'all, that one ain't joking. I don't know if I can cut up the other half. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, geez. Oh, man, the eyes and the nose are about to start pouring. Yikes. And any of y'all out there that's a real chef, do not please be laughing at my crazy knife skills because I don't have any. Ooh. Golly, here I'm crying. Shoot. You can do ground beef or ground turkey or chicken or whatever with this when you're doing this part. I just happen to have some soy crumbles in the freezer, so I'm using them today. James Williams will eat them. He doesn't seem to mind the soy crumbles any more or less than anything else. Golly, that onion is powerful. Holy smoke. Oh. Dude, y'all look at this. Wow. That onion is not joking around at all. Oh man, now my nose and my eyes are pouring. So anyway, that was our big anniversary adventures. What is this, 34 years, I guess? Yeah, something like that. Oh, holy mackerel. And I'm just gonna cook my onion down some in here and try to lean way back. Goodness gracious. Oh, yikes. Let's just sweat it down a little bit. Let's put the lid on. Wow. While we're doing that, we'll be opening lids. I wanted these. Oh, because I grabbed the wrong thing. That's why. Uh-oh, I just saw Campbell's. And I thought I had 3 minestrone, so it may be. It may be a little less minestrone-y than we like usually, but oh well. Because I swear I grabbed 3, but I sure don't see them. Nope. I'm over here, y'all. If y'all can't see me, I'm still here. Talking to myself in the pantry. I really thought I had 3 minestrones right there, but I guess I don't, because that is not what it was. So, normally I brown my onion and ground beef or ground turkey, if that's what I'm using at this point. I just soften it up a little bit. This is one of those great things because you can cook it however short or long you need to, depending on how much time you have. Ooh-wee. And normally, you have 3 cans of minestrone, 2 cans of cannellini beans, and 2 cans of Italian-style diced tomatoes. And like I said, you can be ground beef, turkey, or after I get my other stuff sweated down, I'm gonna put my crumbles in because I have them in the refrigerator. And I'm just browning that onion right now. James Williams will eat those. He doesn't ever balk on that with me. He'll eat that just fine and not act like it bothers him at all. I know, probably surprising that he will eat that, but he doesn't ever give me fits on eating that kind of stuff at all. As long as there's food and it's not straight up out of the box, he usually does not complain. When the kids were little, we used to eat cheeseburger, macaroni, hamburger helper all the time. And that was something we could fix quick when we got in from work. It wasn't expensive at all. But then I found a recipe for it, and I don't know whose recipe it is. Now this recipe is a Joanne Fluke recipe out of one of her Lake Eden cookie mystery books. And this is one of the recipes this is her recipe out of there, out of one of the Lake Eden Hannah Swenson cookie mystery books. And I think it's just called Easy Minestrone Soup in there or something like that, but I've used it for years and love it. Of course, everything I've ever tried in out of any of her books or her cookbook, which is a conglomeration of like a lot of the little recipes out of her books, have been fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So she has I think some of y'all call it a hot dish. We call it a casserole down here. But she has a recipe for that, too easy hot dish, she calls it in there. And it's really good. I've used it a lot of times over the years. But anyway, back to the homemade hamburger helper. I found a recipe for it, and it was called congugliami. And they all love it and will eat it. And they say it's like takes them back to their childhood. Because we used to make that, and then they would take like a biscuit, and I would let the kids push it out in like a muffin pan. You had to spray it real good, but then they would push the biscuit down in there, and then you would brown ground meat and drain it and put barbecue sauce in it, and then you would put like this big spoonful of it down in the little cavity of the muffin pan, like that. And then sprinkle cheddar cheese on top. and then just cook it in the oven long enough to cook the biscuits, however long the biscuits say cook, you know, 350, 375 for 10 or 12 minutes or whatever. And barbecue cups is what they called, and that was in one of our local cookbooks, and they loved that, and they would eat it real good. But they were really good when they were kids about just whatever we fixed. They were really good about eating. Micah, we had to fight her to get her to drink anything because she just did not ever drink anything, like nothing. So, but oh, it's nice and warm over here though. Hallelujah, finally. I've been freezing all day. It's like 42, 43. I think it's about as warm as it's got here today. And it's like kind of drizzly and yucky. It's like, to me, really way too cold. I do not do the cold weather, y'all know. And so this is too much for me. Way too much for me. And I done told y'all, see, I'm the world's messiest cook. Okay, those are, see, they're starting to brown down in there. And then scratch off the bottom real good because that's the best part, that, you know, that little caramelizing part off the onions down there. That's so yummy. Really yummy goodness. And then as for the rest, you're just dumping the cans in. And to me, if it simmers a little bit, it's better. You can, you know, serve it over good bread, with good bread, like good cheese toast. Like my granny used to call them hi-ho crackers, circle crackers, Ritz crackers, whatever you want to call them. I don't particularly, to me, it don't go with cornbread. I don't know why, but to me, this don't go with cornbread at all, and I love cornbread. But to me, this don't go with cornbread, so for whatever that's worth. Like I said, normally you would have 3 cans of this Campbell's Minestrone, the kind that's like condensed down or whatever, but you don't uncondense it. Come on now. Don't be difficult. Or just do it. You know what? Go and do what you want. For one thing, we're going to turn these down to low, where everything gets too high, which is about what to do if I don't get some of these tomatoes and this juice in here. And y'all see it now, y'all messy. And I just turned it down on low. Now I'm dumping all the rest of the junk in here. Sure does smell good though. That onion and those Italian tomatoes, yummo. I wish we weren't in quarantine and y'all weren't probably 90 million miles away. This is gonna be over soon, y'all, I just know it. I saw that first round of people getting their shots this morning and I was like, hallelujah. We are on our way. We are on our way to getting shed of this hot mess. And 2020. But I have been stitching on a new little design. I'm not sure what's going on the Etsy. It was doing something weird, so sorry if y'all tried to be on there today. To order way up high 5 little candy canes because it is doing something strange. So Micah is looking into what in the heck it's doing right now. And we're gonna dump our cannellini beans in. I mean, seriously, you're just dumping these things in there. You don't have to do anything else to it. Oh, and I forgot to put that thing on shut up. I had no idea. And I don't know what'll happen if I try to put it on shut up now. Probably something bad. So if we go away suddenly, y'all, it's because I think I forgot to put the phone on shut up. And I think if I touch the screen right now, it turns it off. If I remember what has happened in the past to put it on shut up. So if we go away really quickly, nothing's wrong. It's just that I can't remember to put the phone on shut up. James Williams is watching his, I don't know, they used to be called the Teen Titans, and now I think they're just the Titans. It's kind of a rougher superhero show. This does not have near as much noodles and things as it should. So I'm trying to decide if I want to add in this. I had this in here and it's just some kind of a harvest vegetable soup. I think I'm gonna drain it out and add it in. This is how I cook. Like someone who has no clue what they're doing. And no surprise. Really don't. Okay, so I think that'll work. I just drained the liquid out of this thing. There's just a can of soup I had up in here. And we're just gonna pretend like that's the other can of minestrone that I was supposed to have. Because I either only grabbed 2 or I have put one somewhere or lost it or dropped it or I don't know. But anyhow, all that's in there. And will begin heating itself up. And then I'll probably let this warm up a little bit before I put my black bean crumbles in here. Because if you let them get too, these are just the ones they are, Chipotle, Morningstar, black bean crumbles. I'm gonna throw them back in the freezer because if they get too smushy, they kind of go to gush. So I'm gonna throw them back down in here and then I will add them in after this has simmered a little bit and done its thing. But all my onion is in here and all these happy little things mixing together and hopefully doing what it do. Now these all just need a nice rinse before they go into the recycle bin. Right there. And I will get to that in a minute. I won't make y'all watch me rinse out my recycling pans, but then I was gonna make some overnight oats real quick. My little cleaning stuff. I don't normally buy cleaning stuff for the countertops. It's insanely expensive and I don't know, I just feel like this has always worked better. I mix it up, it's rubbing alcohol and a few drops of Dawn. And then it has, I wish you could smell it, it's Cleanse Essential Oil, a couple of drops of that in there and it smells so good. And it makes the countertops really shiny. And it doesn't cost 10 fortunes. And I know what's in it, which is probably even the better thing. Probably even better than all those other things I named. But when I make overnight oats, we like to eat those for breakfast. James will eat them, I'll eat them. I just have these little Pyrex dishes here. And quick oats. Sometimes I use steel cut, but the liquid ratio has to be a little different. So this is the first time you're doing it. It's probably easiest just to use the quick oats or instant oats, either one. But you can do it and like make it and then take it to work and eat it when you get there. It doesn't have to stay overnight. But I'll make a couple up and put them in the fridge and they last for several days. Ooh, my lid's getting brittle, yike. And you just do equal amounts of whatever kind of coconut milk, nut milk, hemp milk. I've used it all. It's all fine. For me, I use a quarter cup and a quarter cup of these, and then I use a quarter cup of liquid. James Williams likes a half. And you know, he is a lot bigger than me, so I guess I'll give him that. And it's fairly healthy. He likes his with peanut butter in it. You can put fruit in it, nuts in it. You can also heat it up. And so if you just want to make it, but you don't like cold oatmeal, you can just leave it in the fridge and then take it with you to work or wherever and just nuke it a little bit, and then it's warm if you have to have warm oatmeal. I prefer it cold. I'm weird about oatmeal, and sometimes oatmeal will get slimy. And when it's cooked a lot of times, I feel like it's kind of slimy. So I like it better cold. And I put a little bit of unsweetened yogurt in mine. And that way, that's kind of a grittier texture. And I like that even more. So I did 2 scoops of oats for James, and here's 2 milks. And I did 1 and 1 for me. I don't know if anybody else does these, or maybe y'all all do them. I love them. And like I said, you just leave them in the fridge and they're ready to go. He likes his with, like I said, peanut butter, and I will put a thing of stevia on his because he likes his, you know, he has a sweet tooth. So for him, I'll take a stevia packet and just half it between his. Just 1 little packet of stevia. And I'll just put half in the one side and half in the other side of his. And that's enough to kind of satisfy his sweet tooth. And natural peanut butter. And here is some plain traditional yogurt. So you can get a little bit of extra protein in there, a little bit of extra calcium. And you don't use a lot. I mean, this says like 2/3 a cup is a serving. And I mean, I'm talking about like this much. Can y'all see that? That's on my shirt so you can see. I mean, just a little bit. It just gives, it makes it kind of, I know it's weird to say creamy and gritty, but it does make it kind of creamier, but it also gives it a texture. I don't like slimy things. I use Greek yogurt instead of mayo to make tuna fish, all kinds of things like that. So that's just me. And then with his, I'll just see if I can put this here where y'all can see me. It's only getting warm in here while I'm cooking, hallelujah. I'll just put in, I don't know, what is that, a teaspoon of peanut butter in there? I don't know, I guess it's about a teaspoon. And he'll just take that to work and stir it all up, and he'll eat it. He likes it. That's one of the things he really likes to eat. I'm fixing to put some berries. I've got some berries in here that are about to get sad. And I'm gonna throw those berries on mine. I don't think they've got too sad yet. Let's see. Let's see here. Got some blackberries that are about to get unhappy. And I'm just gonna drop those on mine. Sometimes I chop up pecans and put on there, almonds and put on there. These have seen better days. These are gonna have to go the way. Yeah, these are too, most of these are too smashy. Even for me, they'll have to get thrown out to the birds. The birds will appreciate that. Oh, if I leave that fridge open, it's gonna go screaming at me. Not real loud. But just be cautious when you go to grab this, and don't grab your chicken broth to make your oatmeal. Not that I've ever done that. Just saying. It won't be good. It is not a good combination, let me just assure you. You will be very, very sad if that's what you did. Let's see here. y'all can see. See if I can tilt y'all so y'all can see all these things. So soup and overnight oats. And you can kind of stir them up. I'm usually just kind of like, I've been making them so long, I'm just kind of lazy. I just put the lids on them and stick them in the fridge. And they just kind of, I mean, you remember your science class, things move from an area of greater concentration, well, lesser concentration to greater concentration. I like to say that backwards. And that's what they'll do. And they will be just ready to eat. I just stack them in the fridge like this. And they are ready to grab and go whenever you want. Like I said, a little bit, then I'll put the lid, I'll put the crumbles in that soup. But it's on low now, so it'll just sit here and simmer while it's doing its thing here. I'm gonna see if I can, I'll swing this around this way, if I can. Oh, he left the TV on the news, but it's on silent, oh well. Well, maybe I can go this way and y'all won't have to look at the news. Maybe y'all can just see the tree. There you go. I've been stitching on a new little design, a little snowman. And he has been pretty cute. Now y'all are really tall. See if I can bring y'all down a little bit, at least in the front. Or the back, or all over. And now you're crooked. It's all kind of adventures today. Okay. So, I have just been stitching on him and stitching on my Little House Needleworks and my Little House Needleworks ABCs and my Little House Farmhouse Christmas. So, that's the main things I have been stitching on, and here's a little sneak peek of him. He's cute. I'm loving him. He is on this hairy 32 count linen that I had though. So it is kind of, and I don't know if I'll be able to see it over here. I may have to grab my other needlework to work on, because I don't know if I can see, maybe I can see this good enough over here to work on it, but I guess it's the great fun of making what you want. Then you can add in whatever kind of little fun stitches you want or whatever else. And that's what I'm having lots of fun with this. So he had been floating around in my head and sketched out on a piece of paper. I just couldn't figure out how I wanted to do the little specialty stitches on him. And so then I came up with this. So I'm thinking I'm gonna like him a lot. Thinking he's gonna be making me happy. Get this going here, let's see. So other than that, that has been our big anniversary day. Thank y'all all that wished us happy anniversary. I've got to get online and tell y'all thank you. I got distracted and didn't get back in Facebook when one of y'all said there's something wrong with the Etsy. So now Micah's trying to figure out what's going wrong with the Etsy. So, because it just seems to have disappeared or something. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't think I did anything with it that I'm aware of. But we all know how technology and I do, or should I say don't do. So that is going to hopefully get smoother and smoother, and then it won't be such a, it was like, eventually I'll get to where I can figure it out, like the filming. Micah showed me kind of how to do it, and then I filmed it right off the bat, but then I couldn't do anything else with it. But now I can upload it, and I can do most of the description and stuff when I remember to, and things like that. So then she still has to help me if it doesn't go something crazy though. She has to go in and salvage it, because if it does anything out of the ordinary, I'm like, what in the heck? I did figure out how to do a screenshot from not a screenshot, how to grab a photo from a video though. So I was excited about that. I learned how to do that last week. So that's been one thing with y'all encouraging me to vlog during the holidays. I have, not only have I enjoyed it, enjoyed getting to visit with y'all every day, but it is, like I said, it encouraged me to learn new things because I wanted a screen grab. I wasn't happy with any of the pictures of Aria and I when we made the pie. And so then I thought, I wonder if I could grab one out of the video. And so when I looked, I thought, you know what, that one's pretty cute. And if I could figure out how, so I just looked it up, I Googled it and read it and read it and read it several times because that's how technology and I have to do. And I was able to actually make it work. I was so excited. That's how I am with technology. When I actually make something work, I'm like, dude, can I get a parade, please? Because this is not in my normal wheelhouse. It's not in my wheelhouse at all, let alone my normal wheelhouse. It is not in my wheelhouse at all. Period, none, nada. So I think I'm gonna be pretty happy with him and his little scarf and his, so he's got some satin stitches and he's got chain stitch so far. And he'll have, I don't know if you call it turkey work at the end of one of the scarves, maybe a little bit. And I guess a couple of smearing crosses or something. So he will have a little bit of fun specialty stitches, which y'all know I love. Boy, I took my allergy pill this morning, but you'd never know it. Between that and the onions, whew, Lord have mercy. I've been working on looking like I've been on a 6-day drunk, but it really is like so cold in here today. Or it is to me, but James has the heater on. It has it on warmer than we usually do. And I mean, our house doesn't usually lose much heat or anything. It's just cold outside today. It is just real cold. And I'm really not into that at all. So, none. There we go. So Keely and Bebe are quarantining up. He had to call the plumber and tell the plumber not to come. He was supposed to deliver some hay to a guy. I think about 40 round bales or something. And he called the guy and he said, look, you know, here's the situation. So I'll have to see if I can get somebody to, you know, bring it to you because we're quarantining. And the guy said, well, can you still bring it and drop it off? And Keely was like, well, yeah, but you know, and he goes, well, I'll tell you what, if you'll just bring it out here and he told him where to dump it off. He said, I'll just put a check out by the fence post for you and in a plastic bag. And then if you'll just still deliver it for me, I won't be anywhere around there. And Keely was like, well, it's okay with me if it's okay with you. I just would never want to, you know, do that to anybody. And the guy was like, oh no, won't be anywhere near there if you'll still bring it. So I guess he's going to use this like as a busman's holiday, and he's just going to work, get a whole bunch of things done, work on his tractor and get a bunch of hay stuff done and mess with his cows and get them all situated, I guess, and find things to do the whole time. But her doctor told her that she should be out of quarantine in 10 days. We have always heard 14, but hers said 10. And so she's claiming that she's going to be on the availability list on Christmas Day. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Like I said, James goes tomorrow for James was going to go get his, they told him to get that slow test since the rapid one came back positive. They said just go ahead and get a 2-day test and hopefully get a negative result on it. So But I better jump off here and go stir that soup around, and probably better check on James Williams and let him come back in here since it's his anniversary and he's having to watch his TV show in there on the bedroom TV. So he probably ain't appreciating that. My crazy hair and my toboggan, my stocking cap, or I better not call it a toboggan. My friends from the up north somewhere will say I got a sled on my head, is what Lisa used to tell me, because I called it a toboggan always. And she said, really? You going around with a sled on your head? And I was like, what are you talking about? And I had to learn that that is like a real name for a sled, which I never knew. Growing up, we always called like this a toboggan, not a beanie. So, or a stocking cap. So I better go check on him and not leave him by himself in there too long since his anniversary. I guess that's kind of mean, but I will get this uploaded, and y'all keep Baby in your prayers. And so far so good around here. Nobody's sick. We're still just quarantining. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.